Hello, Steph Infection listeners. It's me, Steph Tolev, shoving my tour dates down your throat because I have a huge Filth Queen tour coming up, and I really don't want you to miss when I'm in your city. So please buy tickets if you hear your city right fucking now. Thank you. I'll be at the Milwaukee Improv January 1st to 6th. Then I'll be in the Pittsburgh Comedy Club January 12th to 14th. I'll be in Tacoma at the Tacoma Comedy Club January 25th, 27th. Then guess what? More dates in February. Bricktown Comedy Club, Oklahoma City, February 8th to 10th. Then I'll be in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Dr. Grins, a lot of Grand Rapids heads out there. Please come see me February 15th to 17th. Then I'll be in Rochester, New York at Comedy at the Carlson, February 22nd and 24th. Sorry, brain fart there. Then guess what? My birthday weekend. You better goddamn be in New Brunswick, New Jersey at the Stress Factory, March 7th, my birthday, to the 9th. Then I'll be in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. You fucking Canadians better come. You're always up my ass when we're not coming. I'll be at Rumors Comedy Club, March 14th to 16th. Then I'll be in Appleton, Wisconsin, March 21st to 24th. And that's where I'm going to stop for now. Go get tickets. Link in my bio, stephtolev.comey.io. Please, God, buy tickets. Thank you for listening. Bye. I'm very happy to have my guest here today. The hilarious, very talented, very Canadian Lisa Gilroy.
Hi, baby.
Hi.
Hi, my baby.
Like I'm too far ahead of you or something here. I'm like just looking back at you. Canadian icon, how are we? And you're wearing the
I am
wearing
wearing
a tuxedo here?
Yeah, you know, I did dark denim on the bottom because you know, sometimes it can be like a bit too much if you do blue denim on both.
I like it.
I mean, but I like to wear like baggy saggers. So then, one time, like my leather jacket's so big. Somebody asked me if I was wearing a garbage bag once.
No, they do said that.
Well, and it wasn't it's not real leather, so like, it kind of looks like garbage bag material. And it is the Halloween season.
It is, that's the thing.
But when I wear my big old baggy sagger denim on the top and then my saggy raggy taggers on the bottom, and they're both blue denim, I look like just one giant, you know,
you
blue.
look like a blue blob.
Yeah, blue blob.
A blue Canadian blob. Well, this is going to come out way after Halloween, even though we are recording technically before Halloween.
Yeah.
I backlog.
I won't talk about it, don't worry. I know you're worried that I'm going to spend the entire time talking about Halloween.
I was like, real Halloween heady, you're going to be really yapping about our Halloween weekend.
What's up, everybody? It's me, the Pumpkin King, Lisa Gilroy. How are my jack-o'-lantern heads doing?
You should do that. You should do a nice, fun little character like that, like you just did.
You're talking about Halloween too much, Steph. It's not Halloween anymore.
Now you're telling me what to do on my podcast. No, I'm looking for a wheelchair, though. I do want to go as Tobias when his hair plugs were coming out and they're bleeding all down his head.
Right.
Because last year or 2 years ago, I went out as Martin Short's Clifford, and I danced like him all night long.
Was that last year? The one I saw, the costume that you had before that I thought was very good was the Coach from...
Oh, Coach, yeah, Big Mouth Coach. Yeah, that was a very good one.
Very good one.
It was very good. Last year I didn't dress up because my blob ex-boyfriend was a blob and didn't want to be anything because he was blobbing. And then, so this year, my friend Jessica Michelle is going to go as Tobias as a Never Nude.
Perfect.
And then I'm trying to get Anessa Frantowski to go as another version of Tobias. So we're just going to be like the three Tobiases all night for
I love that.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of like bachelorette parties on TikTok that are like versions of something. Like versions of Britney Spears, for example. It's like so many iconic looks.
Okay.
Tobias has the same amount.
He's got a lot of looks.
A myriad, a rainbow. A buffet.
Yeah, a big buffet.
Yeah, so that's fun. That's a fun group costume.
It is.
For anyone who's listening for Halloween 2024.
Yeah, this is going to come out Lord knows when.
That's a good idea.
I want to show so I've been talking about getting my tattoo removed. The listeners know, and I don't know if we can see, if we can get a good view on it. I got a, it doesn't look like anything actually right now. It looks like a dry, flaky taco.
I think it looks raw and wet to me. You said dry and flaky. I think it looks raw and wet.
It feels wet.
Like ground beef.
It feels like
fresh. Because you just came right from the removal,
directly from it. And I was like, there's a new girl I have, and she was like, okay. And I told her why I need
Zooey
to
Deschanel?
Huh?
The new girl?
The new girl.
Was it Zooey Deschanel?
Yeah, and her voice was so annoying. I'm like, you know what? Just drill it as fast as you can. I can't listen to you any longer.
But she went pretty hard on it this time. I started pressing the button for a while.
There's a button,
There's
like
a button,
a cartoon.
Then you put like you both have 3D glasses on. Oh yeah, it feels pretty cool.
Wait,
And
why
then
can't
she
you
was
just
so
close your eyes?
Because it's like, oh yeah, it's like laser shit. It's like, it's
Oh
like
my God, I
sparks are
didn't know
flying. Oh
that.
yeah, it feels like an elastic band flicking. But today it felt like scraping.
Wait,
with the
have you ever
scraper.
had like laser facial on your face?
No. Have you?
No, but I've heard they're really painful.
Like with
And I
like,
wonder
red
if it's the
spots?
same thing. Like removing the tattoo is the same as removing the flesh.
Oh.
To give birth to the new, younger baby version of ourselves.
Is that what
That's what everyone's
does?
doing. Like you never seen someone with a laser facial and it's just like weepy wet skin. Like it's like if you peeled the top of a blister off and your skin's just like fresh.
Oh, that fresh layer? No,
Yeah.
no. This feels like this. It's fresh.
God.
Guess what? Don't get if you can learn one thing from me, don't get a matching tattoo with an ex.
Right.
With anyone you're dating.
But smart though stuff, I have to say. It's way smarter than names or something. Matching
Yeah.
tattoo, it's do you want to say what it is?
No,
Or
it's a
that's
taco.
secret?
Yeah,
It's a taco.
we've
Many
I've
people have a
discussed it,
tattoo
yeah.
of a taco. And that
Yeah,
seems
but when
normal.
it's the memory
of the taco.
of the memory of the taco, and then knowing that that disgusting blob has the same thing on his leg, I'm like, I can't think about it.
What if he's getting his removed?
I hope he is. Sick fuck.
But then
Get it out of there.
Then it would be fine for you to still have yours, wouldn't it?
No. It's got to go.
Okay.
And I was joking with my new boyfriend, who I like to talk about all the time now. He jokes about us getting one. I'm like, we're not. It's done.
We talked about it a bit before we.
I like to rub it in. I like to brag. I like to go.
We put on our pajamas. We laid on our bellies. We kicked our little feet up behind us, and we had a giggle about it. And I was
We had a big
thrilled.
giggle. When's the last time you had a sleepover? You had one recently. I saw you post something about you had like a sleepover with your friends.
You saw me post a sleepover with my
Yes,
friends.
you were like maybe like stories or something. You were
Oh,
like,
I guess I went with a couple girls to Palm Springs. I do,
Yeah.
and I do be sleeping over at my friends' houses sometimes. But I have night terrors, so it's not easy for me to fit in with the girls. You know what I mean?
how bad? Like sitting up screaming?
See them screaming, crying real tears, stuff like that.
Really?
Like the emergency kind, not like a fun like not like tossing and turning, mumbling, like full word screaming. Call
Full
the police.
words. How are you on meds for this, or you just?
No, I'm not on meds for it, but maybe I should be. I'd like to be.
Well, because sometimes people get it so badly that they're like paralyzed and they're up, like they're not going back.
They're paralyzed and they're up. I call bullshit. No, I haven't really. You know, my husband's pretty good at dealing with it.
was
So
gonna
that
say, yeah, what does he
it's
do?
like if he doesn't have a huge problem, I won't.
What does he do to like get you out of it? Do you keep you sleeping for it, or do you have to wake you up to?
He
get you
actually
out?
now has like become like a sleep comforter to me. I understand that a sleep comforter sounds like a duvet. What I'm trying to say is
yeah. I was like, wait,
What I'm trying to say
dressed
is
like a duvet, just lies on top of you.
yeah. Oh, you should go for a duvet for Halloween.
Yeah. And then I need someone with night terrors. I'll just keep covering them up.
You
all
can
the time.
simply wrap yourself around whoever you want.
Yeah.
You can say like, "You look cold, hun." Go in for a little hug.
Okay.
Now that is the pervert's Halloween costume of 2024.
I was like, that seems like it's been done before by a sick pig.
Or why don't you go as a wheelchair and then someone might sit on you?
Okay, yeah, that'd be
These
good.
are different kinds of. Anyways, we'll talk like different kinds of traps to get people to interact with you. As a Halloween costume.
That's but Halloween is me trying to trap people into talking to me or sitting on my lap.
No, I'm saying for the general public. I'm a big physical touch person. I would love for anyone to touch me at any time.
Really?
Listen, this is not an open invitation.
I was like, this is the worst place to say this on
But
a
I'm a
very
bit-
open platform.
I do love and need a hug.
Need.
But you saw me run up to your car and pull you out of your car and hug you.
Yeah,
before you even ready.
actually grabbed both my eyelids. I was like, this is a really weird way of getting me out of the car, but sure, here we go.
Yeah.
I used to joke. Whenever I would sleep with somebody, like I went on a tour with these girls years ago in Toronto, comedy tour, and I jokingly was like, who wants to sleep with me? I have night terrors. It was a fun bit I did.
Yeah.
And then of course that night I randomly had my first night terror, and I woke up the next morning.
first one?
She was like, oh, you weren't kidding around. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, you were screaming at the top of your lungs. I was like, I was playing a gag.
You called it into existence.
I did.
Wow.
I know, but it wasn't. I didn't think it was that bad. But yours. So wait, how often yours?
Like 3 times a week around there.
That's a lot.
I know it's a lot. It's a lot. But anyways, my husband's really good at comforting in a way that where he doesn't wake up. Like in the morning, it's like he's sleep talking his way into, because he just says the same. You know how you can like pull the drawstring on the back of Woody's back and he says like, "There's a snake in my boot." He goes "It's okay, honey, you're safe." And it just goes off at all times in the night when I'm screaming and crying.
Screaming. Do you remember them when you wake up?
Yes, because they are so fucking real to me that I think they are real, and it takes me like a full hour to calm down. Like I'll just like lay in bed with my heart racing and I'm feeling like sick to my stomach, like like the same way you would react if an intruder came into your room when you were sleeping, like how that would take you a long time to calm down. It like feels the same as that.
I guess I have night terrors because I have the same dream every night. Someone comes to my window and then tries to rape me, and then Susan licks them, and it's like really annoying because I'm like, she would do that.
Susan licks them as a way to deter, or as a way to
just because she's so would never protect me. She do you know Matt Wright? Do you know Matt, comedian?
I don't think I know.
Anyways,
personally.
Canadian comedian randomly stayed at my house 2 weeks ago. Met Susan for the first time. Like got the keys out of my lockbox. Came in. He's like, "Oh, is it okay if I go in?" I'm like, "Yeah, it should be fine." Susan walks right up to him, lies on her back, and I'm like, "I'm gonna fucking snap."
Wow.
Didn't even make a peep.
But you weren't there.
No, exactly. It's a problem.
Yeah, but there was no one to defend. Think about that.
Okay. Think about that.
Think about that. You ever hear that urban legend of the lady who like lives with the dog, and they live in the woods, and the dog sleeps under the covers, and the lady puts her hand under the covers, and the dog licks her hand to tell her that she's safe. And then one day she hears a scary noise. She puts her hand on the covers, and the dog licks her fingers. But then she goes to investigate the noise, and the dog's head's in the fridge with a note that says humans can lick too.
I hate that. What the hell is that?
You never heard that one?
No, I know. Guess what my night terror is tonight, asshole? Jesus Christ. What the heck?
That's scary, right?
Ew. So the guy could have been licking the whole time?
The guy was licking the whole time. Well, not the whole time. I mean, not for the years
last
leading up
one.
to the story. That's just kind of like the exposition to kind of set what.
How did that... So that guy had been watching her for so long.
Yeah, and then he like
Planned
crawled
it.
under her covers.
I had to watch it one night first to see what was going on under the covers.
That's actually so true. Like, how the hell did he know what was going on under the covers? You know what?
Yeah.
That's why they say those kind of acts of violence are perpetrated by someone close to the victim. Because he worked at the post office, for example. She comes in and he's like, "Oh, your dog's so sweet. Yes, this dog's so sweet. She always sleeps under the covers, licks my fingers at night." She must have mentioned it sometime in the last 7 years that she was living in this remote beach town.
Oh, now
She's
I
in
thought
the
it was
beach
the
town.
woods. I was
Okay,
like, wait a second.
So she
It's the
goes
woods.
into town. Town is near like an ocean. But when she sleeps, it's out way back in the woods.
Okay.
But this
So
could have been
really-
someone she met in like the kind of the beach town area of the.
But I immediately go sick in my head to be like, was it fingers?
Wait, you think the old lady put something else down there?
I think
she
the dog was
double
licking her
jinxed him?
pussy, and then maybe she just said it.
Okay.
He said it was fingers, and then he did that. Then she was like, "Wait, what?" See, I'm sick. You would never have thought this. You're saying a nice finger.
No, but
version.
did you think what I thought? Okay, what I thought you were saying was that she double jinky doinked the perpetrator by going instead of putting her fingers down, she put something like a pickle.
Oh, like
and
four
then
pickles, and he. Four.
Yeah.
She put 4 pickles on the end of her fingers. Really long fingers.
Okay,
under
so
there.
then here's the new story. She puts her 4 pickles down under the blanket. The
doesn't notice that he's in pickles at
murderer
all.
licks the pickles like a fucking asshole.
But not a murderer, just a licker.
No, because he's still gonna plan
he
to kill
killed the
because he already
dog.
killed the
That's
dog.
why he killed the dog.
So then, but then she still hears the noise. She gets up, she opens the fridge, she sees the dog's heads with the note that says humans can lick too. Then she takes a pen, she adds, and also those were pickles.
Yeah.
As a prank on him. And then when he comes in later, he's like, "Wait, I got caught."
Yeah, and then he's pissed. And he's also like, I didn't also know I like pickles that much.
Oh.
Now he likes pickles. So now it's a whole new problem for him.
Oh, I don't
He's
like that
killed
twist
the
because then
dog.
it
No,
means
no.
that he liked the pickles. I wanted her to get like maybe she
wanted
put
to not like
spicy
pickles.
4 spicy hot dogs or something he doesn't like.
Yeah.
Maybe
4
he's
wet
vegan and
hot
she
dogs.
put 4 hot
Yes.
dogs and then when he reads that the PS those were hot dogs, he's like, "No, I broke my fast."
Yeah. Yet he still killed the dog.
Yeah, he killed the
He's
dog.
a vegan that kills dogs. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now it's a new urban legend, so we're gonna have to tell people this version.
Yes,
of it.
because this is like the slightly more feminist twist. Like she
Yeah.
got her too.
Yeah, you got to get her got, otherwise.
Because men are always getting their get, you know? They always seem to be the ones at the twist. In the Halloween movies, they're the killers. They're always the perpetrators of violence.
I want to be. Yeah, I want to play that. I keep asking my manager.
You want to be
like,
female serial killer in a
yeah.
scary movie?
I know. I want to be. I want to play a pervert in Law and Order so badly.
Ooh.
I know. I think that'd be really good.
That would be really good.
I know.
What do you
just-
want to wear?
I just want to be like me, like playing a version of myself, like just like this cool chick.
You're just a cool chick. So wait, is in the Law and Order episode, are you the one being like accusing, and then the twist in the end is we find out you're actually the one with the
I'm
sticky
creepy.
fingers?
Yeah. Because there's one where a girl was like sleeping with the high school students, and I was like, I think I could do that. I could be like the
You could
cool-
sleep with a couple high school kids.
I could be the
if I had a gun to my head.
teacher who was like, yeah, come play drums. And I'm behind them like,
Oh, cool.
like the piano over. Yeah, cool.
So you want to be a sexual,
I just think I could play one really well. Because I'm like, because usually the roles are either that in Law and Order for women, or it's like the mom who's like crying because someone died, or it's like the rich white lady who's like can't find her daughter. So it's like there's only 3 roles. So I think that's.
Oh, so you're saying it's rich white parent of victim,
Yeah.
victim, or what was the third?
or the pervert, or the one that's the like. There's so few females that play like the bad ones.
Oh, so
I
that
think
category is just
that's
severely
what I think
lacking.
my categories. They're lacking that. I think I could. And I watch so much of it. I know the show very well.
You really do?
I watch it too much. It's a problem.
Wow. What do you
It's
like?
all I
What do you
watch.
like about it? So
I don't know.
much?
It's sick. Only Law and Order. Only SVU. That's it. I watch it every day when I'm getting ready. It's in the background. I'm like cleaning the house. It's in the background. It's a problem actually.
That's really interesting because I guess I like murder stuff, but I like it to be real. Maybe
So do you watch
maybe
Dateline?
I listen to Dateline. And then I'll watch like the docs. Every time there's like a murder or like a disappearance of doc that comes out on Netflix, I'm usually watching it. So maybe that makes me worse than you because my stuff's real.
I think I have a sick feeling that the Law and Order stuff is real. They say it's not.
Okay, write that movie where we
I
find
think
out
it
that the person
is.
pumping out the scripts is actually the one doing the crime. So that's how they get them so accurately.
See, some of them are
You
so.
see? Writer's room.
Writers' room. Let's get the strike over
we're
with. Oh, the strike's
cooking up-
over with. Now the writer's strike is over with.
Yeah, but then who's going to act in our gorgeous thing that we're coming up with right now?
Who the hell's gonna act? So wait, what the heck have you been doing then this whole time?
Well,
You're doing shows. I see you
Doing
pop
shows.
around with Amy Poehler. You're doing shows.
yeah, I'm doing a podcast with Amy.
That's crazy.
Amy's producing a podcast. Ike Barinholtz and I are hosting it. That comes out next month.
That's
but I
fun.
don't know with the way this podcast is being released. Maybe it came out 3 years ago.
No. This will be out. It'll be out by the time this comes out. What's it called?
It's called The Chris Chapman Do-Over, and Ike plays like a kind of a Rogan host character guy, Joe Rogan, that's been like canceled in his world, and he had to bring on like a obligatory female co-host, and that's me.
Okay, that's fun.
It's really fun, and Neil Casey plays the sidekick, Ike's sidekick.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's been fun. So I've been doing that. I've been doing live shows, playing with the dinosaur guys at Largo, doing Ask Cat at UCB, stuff like that. And I shot like a show that I can't talk about,
Yeah.
but it is like a Law and Order kind of parody-ish thing, and I got to be like a cop, and I had to watch some Mariska Hargitay stuff.
Oh, really?
So I was always wearing like the leather jacket, turtleneck, hoop earrings, which I don't have my ears pierced, but they gave me clip-ons.
Oh,
like,
that's fun. Your
So
ears
much.
pierced. Okay.
Don't have yet, but I really want to. Maybe soon. Maybe this month.
This is the year.
I've just been worried about like not being able to sleep.
Because of the earrings in there?
No, like when they first do it, doesn't it hurt? And then like,
It burns for like a couple hours.
but like the first night, dude. When did you get when was the last piercing that you got?
Probably my septum.
Oh, and that's no problem for sleeping. But where is it now? Does it close? Or?
No, I switch it up. Well, I took it out mostly because my new boyfriend's mom is very religious, and I was like getting freaked out that she
wasn't gonna like you.
Well, she also asked if I cuss on stage, and I was like, "Do I cuss?"
What'd you say?
He said, "Meet her in person first."
Well, what are you gonna do? Steph?
I don't know. It's why in my head I'm like, "It's the septum piercing. I'll look better if I move it to the other piercing." I was like, "No."
Well, I'm sure it helps for first impressions.
It does. I told you me and Allison are writing a show in Canada.
Yes,
We're
you did
getting
tell
paid
me
to write
that.
the pilot right now, so
Love.
it's moving. We've written you in.
Well, you text me and you were like, we have this like idea for a character who's like a mean lady that everyone hates, and so we were kind of thinking of you for that.
We can't get you out of our head for this role, but you're like my nemesis.
I love
but
that.
we end up becoming like good friends by the end of it. But like we just wrote the funniest scene of the day, how like the reason I started to hate you is because you looked at a puppy golden retriever and rolled your eyes, and I got so pissed. I was like, you know why? Because fucking Brett fucking Weinbach, the comedian, I brought my golden retriever once to a show, and he was like, I don't get it. I'm like, what do you get? You're sick. And I make fun of his face about this, but I'm
Wait,
like,
was he saying he doesn't get it? Like you were
doesn't-
bringing
he
Susan
doesn't-
on stage for a bit that he
just
didn't
thinks it's
get?
cute. Doesn't know why. Does not find it cute. I was like, somebody who doesn't like a golden retriever puppy, I don't trust.
Oh, Susan was a puppy when this happened? Okay, this
Golden-
person's a serial
That's what
killer.
I'm saying, serial killer. So the joke of the thing is that So I just
Susan
obviously,
was
you're busy. You
famously-
might not be able to play this part. We get this. You know.
I'm gonna do it. I'll be there.
We might. Well,
I'm gonna make your life a living hell. I'm gonna go method with it.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what's the
Being so
justification for
mean.
the character rolling her eyes on the show? Can you say?
No, well,
Like, does
you're
she have
just
a reason for that?
You just hate me because I'm the new girl that comes into town, and I'm like the new single lady.
So I'm like jealous that you
You're
brought
a
up.
little bit jealous
that you brought a
like,
puppy.
people like me right away, and you're just like, see, you're already nailing the part. So, oh my god, Alice and I are like dying every time we write like a line for you two. We're like losing our mind over it.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
it.
I'm
I love to
excited.
play I think it's fun to play mean, high status people.
Yeah, and like it'd be in like a small town Canada. Have you ever been to
Love.
Bancroft or Apsley?
No.
We're basing it around like those two small towns.
Is that where you're from? Somewhere
No,
around
no,
there?
it's where my parents' cottage is near.
Oh, you are such a cottage girl.
I'm a
That's
very
like
big cottage
that's where I see most pictures of you. Like you look like you belong in like lake life.
Yeah, I can chop
Like
wood pretty well.
No,
yeah.
but I mean you belong like you with like a cup that says like it's 1 o'clock somewhere with like an Adirondack chair. Like that's
exactly
the summer vibe I have from you.
Yeah. That's exactly.
That's kind of a dream. That's my favorite place to be too. But I don't really know anyone that has a cottage.
Well, we'll be filming up at the cottage for because I want to film in the summer, obviously.
So you must go tubing a lot.
Oh yeah.
This is hard on the body.
It does. You know, the last time I went, I felt like my organ was moved around a couple too many times.
Just the one.
The brain.
The organ.
brain jostles.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
one organ. I have one big organ in the middle. Don't you? I have one thick organ that just
kind of the heart stomach amalgamation.
Yeah.
The sac, as we call it.
Yeah. The large sac. That's,
so for people listening who are confused, women who aren't pregnant have instead what's called the sac, which is where all the crucial organs are. And it kicks. You can feel.
You can feel. There's like it pulses sometimes. There's like movement. But the brain is the problem.
It
It smells so bad.
But so have you ever got a concussion from tubing?
No, but I got a bathing suit so far on my ass once that it bled for like 3 days. And I was like
bled?
12.
What bled?
My anus. Like I went up and then when I hit the water, my bathing suit went in my ass and vagina so bad, but the water also hit. So I think the water shot in at the same time. And I got out and I was like, I was so young. I said my life jacket. My dad's like, you okay? I'm like, yeah. And then this was like blood.
You're kidding.
It was really bad. And I tubed like 2 days after that. I'm like, I can't get out. And then one time I crushed. So you sit in the tubes and like when you're sitting waiting, my dad like always like to like show off. He's like, who wants to go for a tube ride? He'd be like driving around the lake. So this guy, Derek, I had a huge crush on.
Oh,
so
Derek.
we pull up and I just peed in the tube. So I'm always peeing in the water.
Of course.
And we're jostling around. I'm peeing,
Yeah.
So I have a huge piss. And then, so some of the water, it's like lake water kind of flushes in, but it's like.
But it's mostly pee at this point, yeah.
So Derek gets in and goes, whoa, water's warm today. And I was like, oh my God, Derek's sitting in my full piss.
In a hot sun-soaked little puddle of piss.
Little piss pool.
What a dream.
I know, Derek, if you're listening, I think he died actually. He OD'd. Maybe that piss. Maybe he got addicted to that piss tube. And he was
Better
like,
to OD than fly off a tube and literally break your neck, which is I feel like what a lot of people could
do.
I mean, my water injuries that I've sustained have been mostly like neck pain. Like I feel like if I'll go like skyrocketing into the air and flop down hard on the old neck. That's what makes me scared. Tubing, banana boat, water ski, wakeboard. Wait, what's the blow up thing that looks like a banana?
Is that banana boat? Yeah. Are you one ski, two ski?
I'm like, what's the thing that's a boat but it's shaped like a banana? What could it possibly be called?
What is it called? It's banana ship. You one ski or two skis?
2. Okay. I'm not like at your level, Steph.
No, but you ski, so most people can't get up on skis. It's hard to get up.
Yeah, but then so why would I simply drop a ski?
Because then you get cocky. You get smug up there.
Okay, but then where does the ski go?
I do a loop and I drop it in front of my dock and then somebody usually swims out and gets it. Or we leave
You're
it.
so well versed in lake life.
I've been at the cottage since I was 9.
Is your show that you're writing actually like a lake-based cottage kind of show? Mm-hmm. Okay, so with like all the specifics of like, I really think that's really cool.
Yeah, we have to. This is all I know.
Because is Allison a lake girl too, or she's just spent so much time at your lake?
Yeah, she's spent a lot of time at my cottage. Yeah.
But isn't it funny how sometimes people say my lake?
I don't do my lake. I do.
But you've heard people say it.
No, when they say when it's not
they'll go like,
cottage.
oh my God, this summer you should come out to our lake. Like they say like our lake.
I think it's more of an American thing saying our lake.
But I've also noticed the Americans say cottage more. We would say cabin. I used to say cabin, or maybe it was an Alberta thing. We would say cabin. We'd be like, oh, my friend has a cabin at like Lake Alberta.
I think that's more American, I thought. Because I think East Coast is more cottage, West Coast is more cabin.
Oh, because I know when I... Oh, interesting. Yeah. Well, when I moved out to Ontario, I felt like people thought that cabin was like a little rickety box, a shack with no electricity. And I was like, no, the cabin could be quite nice.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Wait, what injuries do you have? Other injuries? What's your body stuff? Let's get into it.
The lake has played a big part in my body stuff. My biggest problem is balls. The old eyeballs.
Oh, okay, I was like, wait.
Yeah, you
have
didn't
balls.
know what a twist.
Okay, let's open on this.
What a twist.
Okay.
But yeah, so I've always had really bad eyes, and I had like an ulcer on my cornea and like micro scratches in my balls are bad.
What do you mean? What do you mean an ulcer on your cornea? What is this? I'm so bad with eyeballs. It's the second
eyeball you don't like to hear about it.
I don't. This is the only thing that gets me all fucked.
Ooh, I'm titillated that I found a thing that makes the...
God.
Makes the garbage man squeal.
The next name of my album, The Garbage Man Piggy Squeals.
I didn't know that you could get grossed out by anything. I thought like your favorite kind of humor was like gross out.
No, my favorite humor is disgusting, filthy shit. But when it comes to eyeballs and
Wow,
stuff,
okay, that
it
really gets
fucks
ya.
me up. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll try to keep it like
No, keep
not
it descriptive.
so-
I can handle it.
But I just have bad eyes. Like when I was a kid, like I said, the night terrors, being scared all the time. I slept with full overhead lights on for like the first, I want to say 13 years of my life.
So you got them as a kid too. They started young.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
and so my parents took me to the doctor when I was like 10, and the doctor was like, her eyeballs are like not developing correct. Like my vision was so bad because you need darkness to have your eyeballs grow. Did you know?
I did not know that.
Darkness is so important to us as humans.
Like your eyeball, your lids open when you were sleeping too.
No,
You're
but it's
so
just
scared.
something about the lights being on. It was like,
Okay.
it's bad for you. So my eyeballs weren't developing. So my vision was really, really bad. So all that to say, I was like a chronic contact wearer by the time I was in middle school, and then I was just, I was a kid and I had
no glasses
contacts.
ever.
Well, I had glasses, but then when I got to like 8th grade, I was like, I wanted to be like a bit of a sexy bitch.
Yeah.
And I was like, I already have braces, so maybe it would be good to get rid of the old glasses.
Yeah. You gotta have one or the other there.
Yeah, gotta be one. Did you have either? Or?
No.
Lucky.
I know, but now I have a chipped tooth like Lloyd Christmas. I'm all pissed off.
How'd you chip?
I don't know. I was probably doing an act out with a mic.
You really don't know? One day you were like, it's gone.
This chip, I think I was eating a piece of cheese and I got really pissed off because it wasn't even that hard piece of cheese. It's like cheese and a cracker.
What kind of cheese could be hard enough to chip a tooth?
No, it was a fucking nut thin too. I don't know what happened. I think I bit down so hard I was so excited to eat the cheese. And then my other tooth is kind of dented. And that was because I did an act out the other day with a mic where I was putting a condom on and I went, and then it was a whole...
Did you notice on stage and let the audience in on it?
Yeah, I let him in on it and I was like, this is stupid because it didn't get a laugh. I'm like, well, I'm chipping my tooth for no laughs? This is stupid.
Yeah, you got to kind of chip it. It's got to be 50%
If I chip it,
off.
I need to get an applause break.
Well, it's got to be gone.
Yeah,
we got to be able to see it from the back row.
No, it was just a light.
Well, you're lucky. I can barely see it from here.
No, we're gonna get sawed down. Wait, go back to the eyeballs.
Anyways, okay, so yeah.
What do you mean ulcer? So let's get into.
So this is I'm getting to it because it's like this is the chronic contact wearing is what led to this. So I went away for summer camp at a lake in BC, and I was out there for like a month, and I was swimming like every single day. And what had happened, unbeknownst to me, while I was out there, was that I got a letter to my home from my contact provider saying the solution's been recalled. It is not fighting bacteria in any sense of the word. And so everyone's, there's been lawsuits, there's things, people are getting it bad in the balls.
God.
So I'm in a lake, like a scuzzy, disgusto, slime ball, greeno, grosso, murky, disgust. Every day with these contacts in. And then at night I'm putting them in solution that might as well just be water. It's not doing anything. And then I'm putting it right back. So I'm just like building up this kind of ecosystem in the eyeball chamber. So then I started experiencing a lot of eye pain. Then I get home and I can like barely see. I can't like open my eye. Everything's so painful. I'm crying in the bathtub with the lights off, like stuff like that, where I'm like, why do my eyes hurt so bad? So then I went in to the optometrist.
Are they red too now? And like,
well, at first it was weird because they weren't even, but then when I went to the optometrist and they did like a weird looky-loo thing behind, they were showing it was just like blood back there. Like it was just like, so there was an ulcer on my cornea and all these like micro scratches from the like debris that had built up on the contacts. And so they had to they dyed my eyes like green, bright green, like the whites of my eyes, like slime ball Frankenstein green, like glow in the dark green.
Slimer from Ghostbusters.
Exactly.
Ew.
Like if all the lights were off and I opened my eyes, you'd see me from a mile away.
Like Goosebumps with the golden retriever on the stairs.
Yes, like scary.
God.
And they do that so that they can see where the dye settles, so you can see all the cracks and the scratches in your eyeball because the ink kind of goes in there, and then they can identify where all the problems are. So they found, you're upset. You're white knuckle gripping the table. So they found where the ulcer was and all the scratches and whatever. And and then it was like a slow healing journey from there, which is what led me to get LASIK.
But what's the healing journey? Like just
I had like all meds, drops, all stuff like that.
They didn't have to go in. No, nothing invasive.
Not yet. Until then, I got LASIK because my eyes were just so sensitive. Then it was like I was having issues with contacts just in general. So then I got LASIK, and then when they do that, they go with the laser and they like reshape your cornea, peel off all that shit, whatever.
Peel off?
Well, they like zoom it. Steph, you know what? Here's an interesting fact. When I went in for the consult for the appointment, I sat in a room with no mirrors, and a woman, the doctor, a woman, she came and I felt it. She said, "Open your eye really wide." Then she was touching around on my eyeball, poking, like.
With her finger on your eyeball?
Yeah, she was wearing gloves. But then she put something on it. And she was examining my eye, and it felt really weird, but I almost felt like a suction kind of feeling. And then afterwards I asked her, I was like, did you just like pull my eyeball out of my head with like a suction thing? And she said, yeah. And she said, I don't tell people I'm going to do it before I do it because then they freak out. And she also said women are so much better at handling it than men because we're always like up in our eyes with mascara and liner and whatever.
How far is the eyeball coming out of your head?
I don't know. There was no mirrors, but I just felt that it wasn't. Afterwards, I asked her,
and then it sucked back in.
Yeah, because it's some sort of pressure test or something where they have to like kind of pull it out a little.
Oh my fucking God! I will never get LASIK in my entire life.
Do you wear contacts?
No, I don't. I have.
Well, then why would you?
No, I have very good vision, and even if I do, I'll do full glasses. This schnoz can hold up a set of glasses all day long with no problems. I don't even think I need the bands. Just put glasses on here. I'll do monocle if I have to.
Glasses can be very cute.
No.
Yes. For like when people get to choose when they wear them for driving or reading, I think that's very cute. But 24/7 glasses, it was too much for me.
Wow.
But anyway, so I got LASIK, I got the thing, and then after they do the whole appointment, like they're they go in with a laser and they're peeling off a layer of your cornea, I believe. And so afterwards, you sit in a dark room and a nurse comes and gives you numbing drops so that you can drive home or drive to the pharmacy and get more numbing drops that they give you the prescription. But when they put one of them like hit my cheek, I felt it. I told her, I was like, I don't think the one on my right eye, the numbing drop went in. I was like, it hit here. She was like, no, you just had the surgery. You probably can't feel things right, whatever. Then lo and behold, I'm in the car driving home. I start feeling everything in my right eye. Like I could feel that my eyeball was like not properly, like there was like a flap.
Was
like
it burning?
Oh my God, it felt, and my whole right side of my face felt like I'd been like beaten with a baseball bat. Like I could just feel all of it. It was terrible. So I've just been through the ringer with eyeballs.
Yeah. So when's the last time that happened? You're no
now I'm
LASIK?
kind of coast is clear.
Okay. So how?
Thanks, LASIK.
This has been all an ad for LASIK. So now are those prescription regular sunglasses? No
regular
glasses,
sunnies.
Everyday contacts.
Sometimes I wear glasses at night to drive because also a thing that LASIK can give you is nighttime halos, which is where you see like little rings around all the lights at night.
Oh, so kind of like when you're doing MDMA and driving or mushrooms?
I've never done it.
Or weed and driving? You never tried any of those things?
I've done,
yeah.
Wait, Steph, let's talk about this because you're not a citizen of America.
No, I did this in Canada.
Yes, right. Okay.
No, but I don't, with my green card?
Yeah.
We don't fuck with anything.
No, I know.
No.
Because that's why I was surprised that you're saying on the pod.
No, I drove on mushrooms in Toronto years ago.
Okay, Toronto.
From downtown, yeah.
Everything bad we ever did was in our home and native land.
It was our home native land, Canada.
Well, someone else's native land, to be clear.
To be clear, we're not claiming it's ours. It's everyone's.
Well,
it's some specific people's.
It's everyone's.
It's everyone's. I don't want to get into politics.
Anyways, everything illegal that we've ever done has been done in Canada.
Yes, everything that I've ever done, I've never. Yeah, Canada hates DUIs, eh?
DUIs.
I'm really pissed about it because I might know somebody who might have a DUI who might not be able to come across the border right now, and I'm very upset. You can be a full rapist and get across the border, no problems.
Right.
Rapey,
right.
but you
eggs and bacon.
Exactly.
I'm
that's
familiar.
what happens
That
after
feels
you rape.
like the
you have
slogan
the eggs
of
and bacon.
America.
That's what happens. Yeah, that you get hungry after you rape. But yeah, you can have 1 sip, 2 sips of a Miller Lite, and you're not allowed to cross the border. It's very upsetting.
Is that you?
No, it's not me.
Are you afraid to go home because you won't be able to come back?
It's somebody else that is supposed to come home and meet my family.
Oh,
now.
no.
Yeah. So we'll see.
There should be kind of like, but was this person pulled over because the driving was erratic, or was it
a little swerve, a light swerve?
Light swerve's enough.
I'm sorry. Assault, battery, and rape is allowed. This doesn't make sense to me. Who's making these laws?
I see. You're saying like if you actually charge with some of those.
Yeah, something else. There's no problem.
You can still cross the border, no problem.
You can cross the border having a restraining. Your ex-wife can have a restraining order against you.
Whoa.
You can all willy-nilly, no issues here. Whoa. In and out like a fiddler's elbow.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I found out the hard way. Yeah. So it's like, it's weird that that's where they draw the line.
Wow.
I don't like it. Okay, back to you.
Well, that's it. That's all I had about my. You ever had an eyeball thing?
No, and if I ever do, I'm fucked. Somebody sent me I on my DM. She's like, I listen to your podcast all the time. I know you hate eyeball stuff. I just saw somebody video of somebody's eyelid getting zipped up. If you want to see it, I don't want to see it.
What do you mean?
I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know why they were that close to a zipper, but the zip went around.
Why was it on film?
I don't know. There's sick things out there. It's like, you know, when there's something about Mary when he zips his balls up.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like that's what it is. It's like the eyelid in the zipper.
Balls, I can understand so much more.
How has that not happened more?
Yeah.
There's a lot of big nuts.
But your
there.
eyeballs, like, hello, the thing that's supposed to see everything is right there.
Why would you be that close to a zipper?
Yeah.
Who's ever, unless you were in a body bag trying to get out, there's no. There's
it was
no
just the
reason.
lids that got in the gears then.
I think just the lids, yeah.
Still.
YYZs.
I can kind of blow air out of my eye from the hole in there.
What?
You know, you get a hole in there. You see if you can hear it or touch it. Give me your finger.
Oh my God. What? Ew. What is that?
Did you hear that?
That's fucked. That's
Did you feel it?
That's disgusting. What a fun party trick that is. Hey, you want to feel air out of my eye hole?
But it's like so intimate and quiet. You have to come with me to the bathroom.
Yeah. That's your Halloween
Close the door.
costume?
Close the door.
Oh my God.
Give me your finger.
Turn the lights off. It's funnier when the lights are off.
Worst story you've ever heard. What's the worst thing you've ever heard? Oh yeah.
Wait, what's the worst body thing you've ever heard?
Ever heard? My in-laws are all physiotherapists, and one of them, my mother-in-law, she had a patient who was like a paralyzed guy who would come in every couple of weeks to get like motioned.
Yeah.
Doink, 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 like move around. I don't know, to keep things from like totally atrophying forever. I don't know. I don't really know the context of why that was happening, but anyways, he lived in like rural Alberta, and he came in. And they were working on his mobility, and took off his shirt to do like muscle massage, and he had actual nest of spiders' eggs in his back. He had been bit by a spider so bad that, and it like moved in, and it had like laid babies, and he's completely paralyzed, so he couldn't feel. He couldn't feel. He had no idea that was going on in his back. Ooh, that's a bit of a yipey dipey, right?
Ooh, that one's bad.
Yeah.
How many are we talking?
I don't really know.
Like, when you say nest, I'm picturing like, I don't know why.
Like a sack enough, like all those TikTok videos where something's like a cyst and it's under the skin and you can really see it and you could like squirt it out. But it was spiders inside.
Fucked up.
I know.
Can't feel. That's so insane.
But better to not feel it, right?
I guess better to not feel it. But then what else is in there?
Maybe.
Also, does he live with somebody? Does he live alone?
No, I think he lived alone.
How is somebody should be living with this guy?
Well, I'll give him your number.
How does he bathe?
We gotta get him a dog that goes under the covers that licks the fingers at the very fucking least.
But how does he wash? That's why I was back there. No one's bathing this man.
Okay,
They would see
you're
him.
right. You're right.
You would see that.
You're right.
It's a sack.
You're right. I gotta do a deeper dive into the story.
This man's just at home. I thought you were
She told
say
it to me like 2 Christmases ago, so maybe my
Merry
memory's a little.
Christmas.
I'll have to follow up and get them more of the details.
I thought you were gonna say they went to move his arm and it just plopped right off. I don't know why. That's where I was going with that. I'm like, oh my God, they got to move this guy more. That's fucked.
They gotta move this guy more.
Full nest. I got one spider bite once. And then I popped it, and then I thought it was a zit, and then it turned into a big thing.
Okay, so speaking of my like sleep problems, I was sleeping in a cottage at Blue Mountain in Ontario, and I was having a dream. I was reading the book Big Magic at the time. Huge plug for this book, by the way, about creativity. Have you ever read it?
No.
Okay, it's a gorgeous book about like the creative process. Anyway, so the author is writing in it at one point about like, you know, when you get a creative idea and you get like full body tingles and you know there's something special and whatever. And I just read this chapter before bed. So then I'm sleeping and I was dreaming that I was getting a good idea and I was getting goosebumps all over and tingles and I was having goosebumps on my face and goosebumps around my nose and goosebumps across my lips and a tingling feeling over my eyes. And suddenly I like woke up and I was like, what the fuck? Open my eyes. I'm like, it's a spider crawling across my face. And I slapped my hand on my neck and it bit me on my neck. And I, in the dark, like flinged it and we turned on the lights. And when I turned on the lights, couldn't find the spider because I had smashed it and then like flung it. But there was one leg left on my pillow.
Ew, how
and
big
it
was it?
Fucking huge.
Ew.
And I think about it all the time because, like, you know, in reality shows when there's like a night cam, that green night cam on someone at night, like on Survivor, I'm like, if there was footage of me sleeping, this spider was just having a fucking field day because it was incorporated in my dream, so I didn't wake up soon enough.
And you let it walk around?
I just kept thinking, like, oh, I'm having
at least your mouth was closed because you've heard about the spiders going there running amok.
Yeah. I think that's an urban myth, though.
I don't think so.
The dog and the licking of the pickle fingers is real.
That's
but
real.
The spider is where I draw the line.
That's your line for you? I'm always scared when I swim that someone's gonna go in there. That's my biggest.
I've had something go in there when I swim. I've been stung by jellyfish on my vagina.
What?
Yes.
This is a story. This is, you were to graze over
Okay,
this. Like,
yeah,
this wasn't
yeah,
something.
you're
Were you
right.
insane?
I know. What was I thinking? I was like,
What
well, I guess I'll talk
the
about my
hell?
contacts.
What are you? This
I
is a
didn't
crazy
think,
story.
Steph.
Oh yeah, an octopus stung my fucking uterus. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, well, I was swimming in Cuba when I was like maybe 12 or 13. I went with my family, and the cousins went at night into the water, and I was wearing a tankini, as you do.
Oh, cool.
And yeah,
Nice
pretty
and
cool.
loose.
Yeah. And it was loose because it was my older sister's tankini, to be exact. So it was like a little baggy saggers in the beginning, anyways. And then get in the water, and you do the thing with waves come, and everybody jumps at the same time, keep your head above water. And I jumped, and it billowed out on the bottom, and a jellyfish went in, and then it closed on it. And it was just in there, like banger changer ranging around in there, like stinging, zipping, zapping, zoinking. And I left, and I just walked out of the ocean.
you,
and
you didn't react.
I was so stunned. I had been zapped in my clitoris.
How big was this? How big was this?
I
thing?
never saw it. It was dark. It was under the water.
Oh my god.
But I knew that when it was after I jumped, something billowed out, and then I felt when my bikini bottoms closed that there was something like.
Like, what did it feel like? Like slimy in there?
Not, I think I didn't go in the front. I grabbed, because it hurt so bad, I grabbed the sides and just pulled down the side. So it came, then it got. I never touched it. Thank God, because I would have been stung probably even more. But
So did someone have to pee on it? No,
I peed on it.
You peed on it.
Well, it was so close. I just kind of cupped and splashed.
So you knew to pee on it. You knew to pee.
Yes, I remember I had seen the Friends episode where Monica has inappropriate braids at the beach and someone has to pee on her.
Was there like bumps and stuff the next morning?
I don't really remember. It was a long time ago. I was a kid, but it really
that
fucking
I feel
hurt.
like I never would have swam again. First of all,
And I was embarrassed too, because I was like, I feel like I should tell an adult, but I didn't want to be like, I didn't want anyone to look.
oh god,
You know, when you're like at that age where you're just like everything's, I was just like, God.
oh god. Also, don't swim in the water at night.
No, and in
very
fact,
bad.
they had said at the resort afterwards, like, no swimming at night. There's lots of jellyfish at night. They said that later. Like jellyfish and sharks, night is not good.
No. Also, you can't see out there. I have a very bad story. I know.
Have you told it on the pod before? Can
I
you
don't
tell
think
it?
so. No, it's really bad. Like, it was like a bachelor. It was like a wedding party went out. And
Someone died?
Yeah, the maid of honor got washed to sea.
You're kidding.
No, it was fucked up. And this is like
You
2
were
years
there?
ago. No, this is like 2 years ago. It was my mom's best friend. Yeah. Oh yeah. So it's like, do not fucking go in the water at night. Doesn't matter where the fuck you
or
are.
Actually,
do
don't
not
go in the water
sea at
ever.
night.
Like all these TikTok videos where it's like, if you can see choppy waves and the water's like white and
No,
foamy, like
no,
why would you be jumping into that?
No, have you ever been caught in a riptide? They're fucked. I saw a person down at Zuma. Two lifeguards had to go get this girl out because she kept going out to sea. Oh god. It's terrifying.
The briny sea knows no limits.
No, I go to the dog one at Long Beach.
The dog
a lot.
sea?
The dog sea. The old dog sea.
The
The dog
old
beach.
dog
Rosie's dog beach. And I'm in there one day. It's me and Susan. Nobody else is in the water. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? It's dogs. Everyone's staring at us. The lifeguard comes up. He's like, there's a lot of stingrays in the water today. I'm like, I've been in the water for 25 minutes. He's like, yeah, I thought you knew. Why would I be in the water if me and Susan the only idiots in the fucking water? Not
And that's when
knowing-
you're supposed to shuffle, right?
Yeah.
The stingray
Yeah,
shuffle,
yeah.
but dogs can't do that.
No,
good
they're
fucking luck.
mopping around up there, and I'm standing in. I was waiting while I was peeing, to be honest. But I was like, just standing there taking a big piss. Nothing stung me. I was just having.
Wait,
a nice
you
piss.
stand and piss into the water? So like, there's air that touches the stream at one point before it splashes.
No,
on top?
I'm submerged. My clothes is
okay.
under the water. I'm
But
like waist in.
I have done before just standing because it's like, who's gonna know? I'm wearing my bathing suit. It's trickling down the side of my leg. It's a gorgeous, clear little stream.
Clear.
I'm being
Lucky you.
splashed
How much
with
water do you drink?
an ocean's worth.
Okay. Because I'm like, my piss is not clear.
Yeah, but your piss is clear enough that the guy who sat in the tube was like, water's warm. He didn't say water's yellow.
That was back in the day, though, when I was drinking more water.
Oh, as a kid,
This
you
weekend.
were better hydrated.
Well, because I think I was just drinking so much lake water because I was in the water so much.
Chugging it.
Oh yeah, just sucking
God,
it back.
I remember doing like swimming lessons at the YMCA, and I would just swim, pull myself up to the side, throw up into the grate, get back in the water, and it was like I did it as a kid. That was like the most normal thing to me. I was like, you probably get 8 or 10 strokes in before you have to throw up. And it was like I was just drinking so much pool water; it would come out of my mouth like
That's
cool and
so
chlorinated.
Gross.
Chlorinated? Is that a word?
Yeah. But it was just water. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to drink the water. You seem like you were just parched.
No, I wasn't trying to. I guess I thought everyone was drinking it. It's similar to like when I was a kid. I thought that everybody after brushed teeth was going. You brush your teeth, right? You rinse off the toothbrush, and then everyone goes to a towel and pats their mouth. I saw upon observation. I thought everyone was spitting into the towel at the end.
So you'd save it.
I thought the towel was where the spit goes. Huh. And I did that for years before my sister used a towel after me and went, "You spit in this towel?" And I went, "Isn't that what we're all doing, hun?" She said, "No."
No, we're not all doing that. We're all. I've been brushing my teeth with hot water recently, and I really like it.
That's interesting. Tell me about it.
No, have you ever done it?
Is this like a
Try
goop
it.
thing?
I
Did
don't know.
Gwyneth tell us to do it? I'll do it.
Try it.
I'll fucking do it.
It's nice. It feels nice. It's like I feel like they're getting cleaner.
Well, I'm a Sensodyne girl, so everything I put on. You saw me today. You offered me cold, or you said piss warm when you described this water, and I said that sounds perfect to me.
Yeah, you're like, I love piss.
I'm
And
already
I love
kind of
warm.
doing the warm toothbrushing.
See?
I'm very rarely turning on the cold tap for anything
'Cause you
that's
can't
involved.
get a little too
My teeth are
much?
so sensitive. Yeah.
So ice cream, no?
Are you sensitive now with that chip there?
A little bit more, yeah. I think I have a cavity too. I have to get in there.
God, I have so many cavities and so many teeth
I
problems.
can't. I got to put the white strips on now. The new BF has like the most shiny, perfect white teeth I've ever seen in my entire life. I feel like a fucking like they're almost too much.
Does he have veneers?
No, but he has 4 toothbrushes. I like went to his hotel room the first time I was in his hotel room before he was there.
Wait, he lives in a hotel. Is it Sweet
no,
Life?
he's-
Is it Zach or Cody?
No, he was working, so I went and stayed with him in his hotel room. And he had 4 toothbrushes, and I was like, huh.
Life of luxury.
They were really out on display too. I was like,
4 toothbrushes for what? Different times
he
of the
doesn't
day?
like when one is wet going into his mouth, so he has to make sure it fully dries before he uses the next one.
Who the hell's toothbrush is still wet by bedtime?
He brushes for a long time. He's got very white teeth.
Okay, sun up. He's out of bed at 7 a.m. He's brushing till maybe noon or 1. Toothbrush is still drying by the time it's 8 p.m. on the dot bedtime.
Apparently, he's always got one in there, just transfers it out to the next one.
Well, he seems like a kind of guy who's an after lunch brusher as well, which is I am as well.
Hey, nothing wrong. Hey, look, I got a breath problem, so this is.
You have
we
a
love
breath
this.
problem?
Everyone has bad breath. This nose smells too much. Every comedian, every mic stink. These don't stink.
You know, I've heard you talk about this before, and I've seen you tweet that
I constantly tweet
like
about it 'cause it's
comedians. You
disgusting.
need to be flossing, stuff like that.
Yes.
Like, I trust your Twitter for like dental hygiene.
You honestly should, because I feel
tips.com.
like improvisers and sketch people are a little bit cleaner because you're closer. And I feel
Oh,
like people would be like,
interesting.
"Hey, your breath is gross. Get away from me." But with
Cleaner to
stand-ups, like you're kind of.
closer.
There's a new guy, Craig Conan, and I want to shout him out. Not new, but like, he's been telling comics. He'll be like, "Do you want a mint? Like, do I have bad breath?" And I go, "Yeah, it stinks."
Okay, but
That's what we all should be doing.
yeah, but here's the thing: mint though sometimes can make a breath smell worse after. So
You gotta floss. I floss my hair.
You know-
I have full floss in my car, not even the sticks. I am driving down the fucking 101 with full floss.
I'm interested in that because this is why I've thought about this tweet that you tweeted so long ago, and it was like it was something like male comedians especially. You brushing is not good enough, mouthwash is not good enough. You need to be flossing.
Yes.
It was like a breath PSA.
Yes.
But I've thought about it ever since because I was like, I didn't know or think that flossing had anything to do with any sort of bad breath.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like most of it's coming from deep within the recesses of like have you seen like these tonsil stone videos on TikTok?
yeah.
I feel like these guys have that.
Oh, they have that.
Like it's like you got to get back there.
You also like I've had that before. I felt one. I was like, "What is that?" Immediately, I like plucked it out. Like you
Right.
can get in there and get it out.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like sick or something,
Oh,
because they like
totally,
back there
'cause
and
then they
it's
get swollen and then you're
disgusting,
like, wait,
it's
there's
gross.
stuff- yeah, oh my God.
But I think because if you don't floss, all that stuff that they build up is like slowly collecting to the
And it's-
back and just like
oh,
sitting back
God.
there. Because every time I floss with the stuff there, where's the stuff going? Brushing it around is stuck in there. It's
Wow,
circulating back. It's building. It's halitosis. I can't.
No,
can't.
I know it's bad. I keep a little like to go mouthwash in my purse.
That's great.
And sometimes like because if I'm going on for a show, it's like, and you probably do this on stage too. Well, it's like you don't want to have gum splish splashing around in there while you're doing your
No.
while you're
No.
making your art, while you're doing your craft.
yeah,
So for me, I'm like, and I don't want a mint because the same thing. I don't want something rolling around in my mouth. So Listerine breast strips are really good, but then I ran out of those. I just got a little bottle of tiny mouthwash, and I'm like, I got caught the other day like taking a nip of it before a show, and like it looks
Did
like
you
I have
spit it out or you swallowed it?
I just swallowed it. I got caught and I didn't know what to do because I was like, normally I would just kind of like secretly turn to a garbage. Like, I'll take the smallest amount, like half a teaspoon.
Okay.
Just as a like, little refresher.
Yeah.
But I'm like, can I swallow it?
Well, it's.
I read
think
the
it's
back and
better
it was
than
like,
pool
please
water.
don't. But I'm like, what if it was an accident? And it happened a few times a week.
I'm doing it right
I'm a
now.
woman on the go.
Yeah, you don't have time to spit it
I
out.
can't fucking find a sink every second.
No, you must swallow it.
And I'm thirsty.
Maybe you have a special cup in your car. Oh, if you're thirsty.
Ew, can you imagine someone finds it?
Ew.
Wait, did you ever see that My Strange Addiction on TLC and there was a girl? Well, of course the show's made by men. So they're like, her strange addiction is throwing up into this thing in her closet. I'm like, she has bulimia and she doesn't want her parents to find out. Like that's what was happening.
yeah.
But she had a big Tupperware bin like this big and every day after dinner she'd barf in it and she didn't want her, and her parents were like locking the bathrooms because they didn't want her to have an eating disorder. So she had to have some place to barf. So then she filled this entire, she showed the camera, she like peeled the lid back. It was full stuff. And it was like, it had like calcified
my
and dried
God.
out.
I'm gonna be sick.
Yeah, so welcome to my podcast.
Ew.
I
what
know.
The fuck?
It's like it's deeply sad for the girl. She was a young girl. She's really going through it, obviously. But it's like seeing that much puke that's just been like there for a while, not in a toilet or any sort of water to water it down.
No. That's congealed at that point. Ooh, the smell.
You know, you could have turned that bin upside down like a sandcastle bucket, lifted the
come
bin, and it would have
It's like Jello.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
God damn it. This might be, I love the way you're like, I have nothing to talk about. You've brought in more disgusting stories than any other fucking person. Jesus Christ. We gotta wrap this up. I don't want to, but we must.
All right.
We love an hour podcast.
Okay.
Wait, have you ever called the police or anything? No.
That's an interesting question. Ever called the police? What?
I don't know, just like a 911. You ever
Yeah, I called the police. Someone tried to break into my home and kill me once when I was alone.
No, what?
Yeah, that's the story for another time.
Yeah, no wonder you have fucking night terrors. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Not out here.
It was in Edmonton, Alberta.
Okay,
Yeah.
Edmonton's scary. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
And I was only like 19. I was still living at home, but my family was gone.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
But you're okay.
I'm okay.
Are they in jail?
I don't know. I guess I didn't really follow up. I should write him a letter.
Yeah.
How is he?
Dear police, how is
No, I want to
the
write
man
the guy. Yeah, I want to write the guy a letter. Sometimes you could marry a man that's in prison. A lot of people do it.
A lot of people do that. A lot of people are emailing things and sending love letters. Dahmer didn't he have a bunch of fucking lovers?
Bundy, are you crazy? Line up around the block.
Paul Bernardo, the Canadian.
The Menendez brothers, they're married.
People are sick.
People are
Women are
gorgeous.
getting desperate. That's the problem. We're getting desperate out there. We're doing bad things.
Well, yeah. I guess it's a kind of a fun opportunity to be a sugar mommy, even if you don't have a lot of money. You're like, I don't have money, but I have freedom.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you like to hear about it in a letter? Kind of like the only thing to offer.
Yeah, that's all I have to offer. Good penmanship.
Funniest way that you could die.
Where can everybody find you? Your podcast is coming out.
I guess November.
It'll be out. It'll be
yeah.
out. Your podcast
It'll
is
be
out. Your podcast is technically out.
Podcast out. And then at the Lisa Gilroy on all the things.
Wait, I didn't ask what the funniest way you could die is.
I almost died in a kind of a funny way where I had a Santa beard on and I was trying to make my sister laugh and I inhaled a part of the synthetic hair and it went down my throat, but it was still attached to the beard on the outside and I threw up on myself, but I could have died.
What were you just the Santa beard or the full Santa suit?
Well, I had bought at the dollar store a hat that was attached to a beard and a mustache, and I thought it was like a gorgeous kind of thing to have. It was like a 2-in-1, and my sister wasn't having it, and so I was just kind of like ratcheting up the act out, you know.
So what was the act out?
Oh, just,
Like
you know, a bunch of ho-ho-hos, sit on my lap, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And made myself laugh. She never laughed once, and then inhaled
And then
that. But imagine, you know, like wig hair, that like shiny,
it's
stringy.
It's bad.
Imagine that being like, have you ever had a really cheesy pizza where you swallow it and then the cheese is like
Attached.
it's attached to a pepperoni that's in your stomach, but it's also on the other end. It's still attached to the slice of pizza you're holding in your hand. Have you ever had that?
Not that to that extent, but I think I know what you're talking
It
about.
was like that, but with that
how
shiny
far
hair.
down did it feel?
Oh God, it was just like in my throat. I was choking. Like I threw up. I gagged me and I threw up and I like if I didn't get it out, I could have died. So that's the answer to that question.
And no laughing on her side. Which is,
No, it just went from like annoyance to concern, and I was the only one that had any fun at any time in that.
How long ago was that?
That was probably when I was like, I don't know, 21.
Okay, I think like 2 years ago.
So like, 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Well, go follow Lisa on everything. Listen to her new podcast, please. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for
That
having
was
me,
so
Steph.
fun.
That was fun.
Okay, bye.
Mwah.